Good evening. So, this is just a follow up on that trash pileup. What has happened since then? What has transpired since I made that video? I had a lot of contact from people. I actually had a national news agency call me. I had another local news agency call me. KSBY did a special on it. They used my video. They asked permission to use it on YouTube. Other than that's the only contact I had. Let me tell you how that video got in KSBY's hand. Mary Lucy actually gave that video to, or referred that video to KSBY. I don't know anybody at KSBY, and nor do I care to know anybody at KSBY or any other news agencies because that's just not my thing. I've been asked to do by two other people a personal interview, which I'm not going to do. And let me explain to you why I'm not going to do it. Okay. Um, but let me explain to you who is going to do something. Let me tell you who is going to do something and who has already done something. So Sheriff Ian Parkinson is the only public official that has stepped up to the plate thus far and done something about it. I sent him the video, my YouTube video, through Facebook, and let me show you his response. Okay. Clark, I saw the video. Looks pretty bad. We will reach out to the Rangers and see how we can help clean up the mess. Even though it's their jurisdiction, let me page down. We'll be sending somebody out to the bikes and we will address that, meaning the bike chop shop in the nature preserve, which is literally the responsibility of whom? Yes, the park rangers. So thank you, Sheriff Ian Parkinson. You're a badass. Thank you very much. So I thanked him. I said, Ian, thank you for your understanding and patience with my foul language and crude humor. Ever since I was accosted a few years ago, multiple times in Oceano, I felt it was necessary to speak my mind and take action peacefully. I plan to support your deputies because we need to face these challenges together as a community. Thank you again for your assistance. So that's what I wrote back to Sheriff Ian Parkinson. And I did confirm with the Queen Bee. If you want to know if anything is going on in the community, you just call the Queen Bee. It's like a beehive here. You just call her and she'll tell you what's going on. For some reason, somebody will tell her they saw something. So I asked her, I said, do you know anything about the deputies going out there? She goes, oh, just by the way, somebody called me and said the deputies are out there going to the homeless camp and going to check on things and going to get those bikes out of there. So literally, the same day, Ian Parkinson, okay, got the video. He sent deputies out there. The same day, by the way, there was a murder in our neighborhood just down the street, a block away from my house. Somebody was shot to death with a gun. Um, and I don't want to talk about that. I know a little bit about that, and I don't want to spread any rumors, but they pretty much know who did it already. So it's not a big deal. And it is unrelated. It's not something that is going on. There is no a hotbed of gang activity here anymore. There's no people with guns threatening us in this neighborhood that I know of. So, yeah, Sheriff Ian Parkinson, thank you very much. I appreciate you getting on top of this. What I'm concerned with is we have no response from Lynn Compton. We have no response from anybody else in our community. Now, I've contacted other people saying that if you want to get involved, I've literally left messages. There's so many people that contact me and left their phone number. I've called them. I've done anything. There's another guy that's done a lot more. He has 6,000 people on his email address. He wrote some letter about this and he sent it to them. And there are people doing things about this in the community. But let me explain to you what I'm not going to do any longer. I'm not going to try to change the world. I'm going to try to change myself because I'm in a different situation than many other people. I have the luxury of just selling my home and moving. And that's what I'm going to do because the problem is with me. The problem's not with Ian Parkinson. The problem's not with Lynn Compton. These are societal problems that we never saw coming. We have a zombie apocalypse of people on drugs that are homeless, that are burglarizing homes, that are violent in our community. And it's reached the epidemic proportions already in San Francisco. I don't know if you've seen anything about San Francisco. And when the conditions get like this, it's time to go. It's time to move outside of the metropolitan areas and go out far out in the country. and that's what I'm going to do. So the problem was always mine to begin with. You know, we only have a certain amount of resources that we can throw at this, and same with the park. You know, I don't think I was too harsh on Lisa Mangat. Lisa Mangat, she should really step up to the plate and be a leader and do something about this. But I see no action on their part. I mean, the Rangers have already been contacted. You know what their response was? We don't have time to go out there. That's what their response was. So read the newspapers, read all these articles. People have written articles about this now. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change my own situation because you can't rely on the government. If you're a true libertarian or you're like a true Republican that you consider yourself to be, you always say that you have to rely on your own good wills and skills and your wits. And I'm a fine believer of that. My father, I was fortunate enough to taught me many skills in life, and I served in the military, and I was very fortunate. So I'm going to move. I'm selling my home. I'm moving out of here because, you know, I'm not going to be part of this zombie apocalypse that's descending on us. Good luck to you, Sheriff Ian Parkinson. Thank you again. Go infantry or go home.